And welcome here to a very special edition of the Bobcat Buzz here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora inside of, well, I should say on campus, that we are here with Bryan and Stratton College of Syracuse, and we are on the heels of DeCoursey Corley signing his national letter of intent to come here to Bryan and Stratton College of Syracuse. You know that last season, Bryan and Stratton Syracuse was the #1 seed in the nation at the tournament here for the USCAA in men's basketball Division One, and now this gentleman is looking to not only bring them back but to bring them farther. DeCoursey, how are you? Good to see you.
How are you?
Good, man. So bring me into it. I mean, we just signed the letter.
Yes.
What's going through you right now?
I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to the season and getting back to where they were last year, and just adding a new depth to the team. That's it.
What do you bring, in your opinion, when you look at your game? What is it about you that you feel like is going to be able to gel with this team?
Hard worker. Always, and will always have my teammates' backs no matter what. And then just scoring, passing, defending, definitely defending, taking pride on defense for sure.
You spoke on taking pride on defense. There's guys in the NBA that don't even do that. So why is defense so important to you?
You got to stop the team from scoring. You want to outscore them, and you want to keep them from scoring. So that's the best way to do it, defending.
Is there a player historically that you looked up to growing up that you still do?
I would say right now the player I look up to is Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
I really respect his game, his craft, how he's able to use pick and roll, and like he's a smaller guy in the NBA, and he's still able to get his shot off against taller defenders, faster defenders. I would say him. I really look up to him.
Are you a Knick fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
From forever?
Yeah.
Because you're from Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Okay. So bring me into from being a kid to now. I know the Knicks have had some trouble.
Yes.
But recently, we've seen them in the postseason. So
Yes.
how do you feel about the Knicks right now?
Seeing the Knicks' success recently has been amazing. Even we made it to the conference finals, and like the city was turned. So imagine if we make the finals soon, the city would just be even more better.
So being a Knicks fan, have you been to the Garden?
Yeah, I have.
How would you describe? Now, I've also been to Madison Square Garden. They say it's the Mecca.
Yeah.
They say it's the greatest arena in the world.
Yes, I agree.
What do you like the most about MSG?
Just the way like the lights. It's like you watching a play, but like you just sitting down and it's basketball though, and like the way the lights around the arena is just amazing.
Makes it look like a movie, kind of.
Yeah.
So you grow up in Brooklyn. You and I were talking off the air. My grandmother's from Atlantic Avenue, which I know goes on forever, but she grew up in a very different Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
What can you say about Brooklyn and what it's like to be home?
Brooklyn it's a beautiful town. I would say that. Like, you got different parts. You got downtown Brooklyn. You got Coney Island, where you could go to the amusement park, or you could go Bed-Stuy to get you some nice food. It's just Brooklyn is, I think, is the best borough.
Best borough.
Yeah.
What do you think is the worst borough? So we got. Let me see. Well, let me see if I can do it. Staten Island, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens. I always forget. And then, it's Manhattan, right?
Yeah, man.
Okay, there it is. I don't know why I always think that one doesn't count, but yeah.
I'll probably stay Staten Island because I won't be over there.
Everybody
that much.
says that.
Yeah, I won't be over there that much.
So, Brooklyn for you, the best borough. Why?
We got the best hoopers, the food, and it's definitely activities to do. A lot of activities to do in Brooklyn.
Do you have a favorite spot to eat?
I would have to say Bed-Stuy Fish Fry is probably one of my top spots.
Fish fry?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Some soul food.
did Coach Clay tell you that we do really good fish here in Syracuse, New York? You did not tell him.
No, I wasn't told that yet.
Okay, he didn't bring you around yet?
A little. No, he showed me around the city.
Showed you a little bit. Okay, what did he show you in Syracuse?
He showed me Dino BBQ. I seen that.
Okay.
I definitely would like to try that. And just parts of the city that I didn't see yet. Mostly.
So for Brooklyn to Syracuse, obviously there's some similarities in a city life. There's some similarities in different parts of New York, but obviously vastly different as well. What attracted you when you were going around Syracuse? What was it about the city itself that you like?
Just the buildings. The buildings were I see like it's like different. Like the way the structure and there's hills too. Like everything was just like I just like the city. And then at night, that's when yesterday I was on a rooftop and at night the city just like it was like glowing. So like, that was just amazing to me.
And this is a part of New York where there's like nature.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see a lot of stuff in the fall. I call it fruity pebbles, but when you drive on the highway, you get to see like all the colors. There's just something different. People ask because when you say you're from New York, everybody thinks you're from like Long Island. And so when they come here, they see all the nature and that part of it. Are you a guy that can appreciate that, going out and just being in nature, being by the water?
Nah, yeah, I could definitely just hang out and just smell the fresh air. I have no problem with that, walking around, seeing the scenery.
Yeah, it's probably different for you to see grass that's like more than just like a little cube. So you come up here, obviously Brian Stratton, Syracuse has built a connection to the boroughs, built a connection to the New York City area. What was it about the message of your head coach, Clay Gagan Sherman, that spoke to you?
Just telling me he wants it, like, we want to win, to be honest. That's what I really, like, I just want to win. None more, none less. Just hard working, that's it.
Was there something about the history of Brian Stratton, especially recently, that attracted you as well? Because you said you just want to win. Did it mean something to you to see the fact that they have been at the national tournament, they've been the #1 seed here most recently? Did that hold any weight for you?
Oh, yes, that definitely did partake into my decision. It made it comfortable for me to choose this school.
So you're a little kid, you love basketball. Now you're sitting here today as a young man signing a national letter. What was that kind of emotion for you in that moment? Do you feel it yet? Are you going to feel it later on, you think? Like, are you still kind of in the moment of shock being a little kid that wanted to do this to someone that's actually doing this?
Yeah, I'm just living in the moment right now. I'm definitely blessed to even be sitting here to sign a letter of intent. That's definitely, it didn't hit me yet, but it's definitely the emotion is definitely gonna come.
So we're gonna play some rapid fire. I told you about it before. It gives us an opportunity to talk about literally anything. You can put me on the hot seat. I put you on the hot seat. Mm-hmm. Can be basketball. Can be anything in the world. You get to ask me the first question.
Favorite football team?
I'm so mad at them right now. The Jacksonville Jaguars. But
yeah. Travis Hunter.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy that Travis Hunter's there. I mean, he's probably the best dancing Jaguar that they've ever had since they came out in '95. But yeah, they've made some moves. They let Cisco go to the Jets, which is good for people in the New York City area.
They still got Trevor Lawrence.
They still got Trevor Lawrence, yep. And then Travis Etienne Jr., they didn't extend him, so I don't really know what the plan is for that. But I've been a Jags fan since the beginning of the beginning. Yeah. So I'm gonna put you on the spot here. You take over my show. It's Wake Up Call with DeCoursey Corley. Mm-hmm. Who are your 3 guests if you did the show tomorrow morning?
I would say Carmelo Anthony.
Okay.
Another guess.
You're gonna make a lot of Syracuse people happy right now.
Yeah, that's the first guess.
Okay.
2 more guess.
Yep.
What else would I invite? I mean, I might as well just invite Kanye as well. And then my last guess.
Who was your second one? Cayenne
Anthony.
Okay. All right.
And then my last guess, I will pick Kevin Durant.
Okay. Yeah. So why the Anthonys and why Kevin Durant?
First, they're like family to me, and then like they got knowledge. They have great knowledge. KD is one of my favorite players, too. So I would definitely like to ask some questions about basketball and stuff.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. What's your next question for me?
favorite restaurant in Q's.
I work with a bunch of them. They partner with the show, so you're going to get me in trouble here.
My fault.
No, you're good. I will say I'm going to pick something different.
So top 5.
Oh, I can't do that. That's going to give me more trouble.
Oh.
So, no, I will say this. I'll say that, so I'm Italian and Hispanic, and there's a really good place. It's pricey, but it's good. And I would say Exo Taco has some really, really good tacos. It's just expensive. And during a snowstorm a couple years ago, I jokingly said I'm about to spend $41 on 5 tacos, and it cost me like $37. So it was like right there.
Yeah.
They're really, really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not cheap, but they're good. So I'll say Exo Taco. I'll give them some credit here. My question back to you, if we made a meal,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the DeCoursey Corley dish,
Yeah.
Triple D, what is on that plate?
You go with mac and cheese.
Okay.
I'll get some wings
All right.
and some French fries. Simple.
Okay. All right.
Simple.
Snack food. What's on the wings? What sauce?
Honey barbecue.
That is the correct answer. I will take that. All right, DeCoursey, you got a final question. What is it?
Final question.
Yes, sir.
What's your expectations of the team next year?
Man, the Bobcats men's basketball team in 2025-26. Well, after being, and I told you this a little bit, but after being on the road with you guys, being on the sideline, being there for shoot around, being there for the games, being on the bus for team meals and whatnot, I mean, I was treated as part of the team, and I know Clay would say that's because you are, and I miss it. Honestly, probably want to, like, you cover, like, I've covered sports for 21 years, almost 22 years, and you see teams win, you see teams lose. When you see a team lose, you feel it, and you feel bad, but this was different because I was on the bus, and I told him this a couple days ago. I said we shouldn't have lost. You know what I mean? And just being on the bus with the team and feeling that collective emotion. This might sound weird to people, but even in a loss, it made you feel like you were part of something. It was like my heart was in his chest, and in Nolan's heart was in my chest. In an X, and just being on the bus, just knowing how much love you have, and afterward, we all came together. And when all the guys, the student athletes came in, we just kind of, the four of us stood outside and just talked to each other. And so my expectations for this year is that when I cry, it's happy tears. It's to, I think we need to lift Nolan up on a chair. We need to bring Nolan up because he's done so much work in the background. I always shout out Nolan. You'll get to know Nolan very well. Yeah, shout out to Nolan. I think Clay, I told him that's the last time I want to see him cry in a bad way. And Coach X, I can't get enough of his back and forth with the guys. I think as you get to know this team and you get to know the guys on the team and the coaches on this team, there's just a different type of feel, and there's a genuine type of love. So my expectation is to go back to the national tournament and to win the national tournament. And I definitely, listen, I want to stay there for a long time. I told him my plan was to be there through, and that is my plan this time around as well. And I genuinely love the team. I can't do anything I don't believe in. So my expectation is always that, this team wins. But more than anything else, it's that you become a better young man tomorrow than you are today. It's that you learn in a classroom something that you could take with you forever. And it's that connection that you had, like you said, you look out for your teammates and you're always going to be there for them. It's that bond in those moments of adversity, that this team, that you and the guys around you can lift each other up and can do things that you've never done before.
Yeah, definitely.
So I know it's a long answer, but I care about the team a lot. There's a lot of emotion with that.
It's a great answer.
Yeah. My final question to you. If there was a movie made about the life of head coach Clay Gagan Sherman, what actor would you want to play Clay?
Don't know my actors off the top of my head.
Yeah. Who would you want to play him?
Which actor plays Thor?
Thor?
Yeah,
Chris Hemsworth.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why'd you pick Hemsworth?
Cause they got the same hair.
They have the same hair.
Yeah. I'll take him.
Good answer. Good answer. Because they got the same hair. Oh man, I hope Kate is listening. I hope she gets to watch and listen. So with that being said, for DeCoursey Corley here, coming from the BK to SYR here with the Bryan and Stratton Syracuse Bobcats for the 2025-26 season. This has been an exclusive on the Bobcat Buzz on Wake Up Call in our exclusive multimedia marketing partnership with Bryan and Stratton College of Syracuse. DeCoursey, it's my pleasure.
Thank you.
And I look forward to not only continuing to talk with you, but to telling the story of you and the guys.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.